say 7, y'all say days. Hunting for the cheese like a mouse in a maze. Been down all my life, mama thought it was a phase. Same OG, guess I'm stuck in my ways. Last night I had a dream.
Welcome to Neutral Voices, the place where your voice matters. What's going on, America?
What's going on?
What's
Dr.
happening? What's going on,
What's
man?
going on in
It's
here?
Chaplin. It's
Neutral
Chaplin.
Voices.
What's going on?
Okay, we need to know what's going on. I know there's a lot going on this week.
Yes, it is.
Santa's coming. Santa's coming in how many days?
3.
Santa.
3 days Santa's coming. So get your shopping done, get your cookies made, get everything ready for Santa.
3 days.
Yeah,
What
mine
you
is-
shopping for Santa?
It
My-
is.
You
fine.
shopping for Santa?
I'm not shopping for Santa.
You said get your shopping done.
Yeah.
For Santa.
Oh,
He's tired.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
just
do
trying
my
to figure
shopping
out
on the
what you're
last
saying.
day.
For those of you that still believe in Santa, there are some adults that still believe
Yes.
in Santa.
yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, what's going on?
What else is going on?
You get your ticket, Dr. V?
I know what ticket you're talking about.
Hey, that Mega Million is out there.
Yeah.
$330 million? Man, $2 can win you $330 million. I'm trying to get in on that.
I'm just.
Hey, you win,
Just
Clarence. I
think
just
about
want my
that.
10%.
I knew he was gonna start.
Your 10%
begging. See,
or your-
That's the problem with winning things like that.
I just want my 10%. That's nothing.
You could get 147 PS5s.
I just want my 10%.
But you know what? The bad part about that is the people that have won, and then the money is gone.
Gone.
Oh, yeah, gone.
that is sad.
Gone.
But yeah,
You just think,
I don't
how did that
understand.
happen?
How do you just blow? Well, I know
No,
how you
it's
blow.
people like you. You said I just want my. As soon as you said
I just want
ticket.
10%. I ain't asking for
Hey,
nothing else but 10%.
You'd be on
Right.
MTV Cribs the very next day.
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly. You know,
No, I wouldn't. I would go buy a house in the middle of the hood.
Let me inform our viewers. This is our segment where we actually watch videos and react or we conversate about that video. And you guys are welcome to comment, leave a question, call in, etc. What's our number for the people to call in?
260
310.
0663. I'm gonna need you to stay in your lane. That's all I'm gonna need you to do. Stay in your lane. That's my line.
310
310.
0663.
310. If you're gonna do it right.
Yes. So feel free to give us a call too. Meanwhile, we're going to react to this first video. At least conversate about it. You guys ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Counting up this list as we've just getting this press release, Evan, 20 people on this list, and what sticks out to you? Because you do sense some themes throughout.
Yeah, one of the things, in looking over this list, the first thing that occurred to me is that this appears to be a Fox News list. This is, a lot of these people are people who are celebrated on Fox News and in right-wing media as having been wronged for some reason. We have, for instance, the Blackwater Guards who were convicted of war crimes. If you listen to a judge who said, essentially, sentenced them harsh sentences, saying that he wanted them to be an example. To future generations to not commit war crimes. You have these border guards who were accused of firing on illegal immigrants. Again, something that you hear on the right wing. Certainly, a lot of times that these border guards were wrongly prosecuted by the Justice Department. And of course, you have the president's supporters, Duncan Hunter, Chris Collins. Chris Collins was one of the first members of Congress to support the president in public.
Duncan Hunter
at a
as
time.
well.
And Duncan Hunter, right, at a time when he was not the favored candidate. And Chris Collins, as Pamela mentioned, according to prosecutors, committed some of his crimes while on White House grounds. I mean, that is stunning for the president to turn around. He just finally showed up to prison in October, and he's going to be out. Duncan Hunter, who misused his campaign funds, he and his wife were accused of. He that. He wasn't supposed to show up until January. He's not going to serve any time in prison. I remember, Kate, I talked to the prosecutor who prosecuted Duncan Hunter just a few weeks ago, and he told me one reason why he stuck around, as long as he did, he was supposed to retire from the Justice Department earlier this year. He stuck around simply because he was fearful that Trump was going to intervene and try to do something in his case, as he did with others, like the Roger Stone case. And so, this is going to come as stunning news to the prosecutors and to the agents who worked that case.
Interesting.
here we go.
Pardon Palooza.
Here we
Pardon
Pardon
Palooza.
Palooza.
Yeah, I was just
That's
getting ready to
what's
say Trump. I was getting ready to think to myself, Trump going out with a bang. He got to do
Hey, he bringing his
something to
homeboys
shake
home.
things up.
Well, and just to be clear, a pardon exempts a recipient from punishment for the crime and offers restoration of any rights rescinded for federal convictions.
Yes.
So just so we are clear on that.
Yes.
So he bringing his homeboys home.
Yeah.
He's leaving office. They finna throw a big party at Mar-a-Lago.
The Fox News VIP list, they called it.
Man,
Yeah, but what's interesting is some of the people that are on that list. Now, I'm not against presidential pardons because pardons often free people that were wrongly convicted as well.
right, like the people
just
that's
gave-
locked up for selling marijuana, and here we
right.
have the
Yes.
government.
And
Right.
one of
It's
those
legal.
gentlemen that are on that list that he is in California. He got sentenced to like 55 years for selling marijuana.
Yeah.
But they gave him a pardon. But also, there's a downside to this where those Blackwater security guards, they massacred a village, and now they were tried with war crimes, and now
Right.
they're going to be pardoned like, oh, you
That's
just killed
not
people and
fair.
it's okay.
And then you got your boy though, down up in Texas.
Oh, the one that was
Oh, my.
fundraising?
Yeah, I mean he just went on a white collar spree.
Yes, yes.
I mean straight just
Mhm.
he had 12 counts of felonies,
yes,
and he's getting pardoned.
yes. Yeah, but he was one of Donald Trump's people.
One of his
So,
homeboys.
so
Now, who was
overall,
this?
His name is Steve Stockman, Republican Steve Stockman.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but here's where a lot of us are misunderstanding because we're going to blame Donald Trump for these pardons. He only signs the pardons. There are other people
Mhm.
that have recommended governors, senators, justices
Mhm.
that put these people on recommendations lists for they to do pardons.
Even
So
the
he-
media.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
media.
even the media.
Yeah.
The,
Trump just
the
put his stamp on it.
conservative
The
media.
conservative
Let's make
media,
sure we
yeah.
keep
Yeah,
that
Trump just
straight.
put his stamp on it. So rightfully so, he gets the blame because he has the right to sign it or not. But there's other people that believe these people were not, guilty of crimes that they were tried for.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
And a lot of times when this happens, I mean, I don't know about this case or all of the people because it was a large number of people,
mhm.
but some of them could have just got a lesser sentence or
Yeah, he
what?
reduced 3 female sentences.
Okay,
He
I was
did
gonna say,
reduce
so-
3 of their sentences for nonviolent drug crimes,
yes.
and it's just like okay,
but then other people just wipe it out and it's
Yes.
just
Yes.
that's it. It's over.
like it never happened.
like it never happened.
Is this a more effective form of accountability than, say, the criminal process?
No, because here's the thing. It takes a lot to be exonerated through the normal processes of the criminal cases. This is just a clean slate. I mean, they
that's what I
go
was going to
back.
say. When
They're
they get out, it's
restored
over.
back to where
Right.
where they were.
Like you said, some of the cats ain't even been in prison yet.
Mhm.
So
And that's what I'm saying. So this it. So they just
they got all
start back up like they never
Like it
did
never
anything.
happened.
and a lot of them.
Wow.
A couple
And
of,
man, I mean, some of the crimes that they committed.
man,
Yes.
lied to the federal
Well,
government,
murder.
Murder.
yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Well, there's quite a wide variety on that list, though. I mean, you go
That's what I'm
from
saying.
people who are at one side of the spectrum to the other, like the guy that was, dealing marijuana that's been in there forever, is completely different than,
Right. That's totally
somebody
different.
else. So there's quite a wide array.
I
on
mean,
that
I would
Yeah.
say anybody that was dealing marijuana in California and been busted just should all be.
Yeah, they're
They should all just be
Colorado too.
Yeah,
Seattle,
Colorado.
up in Washington,
Right.
and
Yeah, they all
Oregon
should
as
just
Silly.
be
well.
released because
Silly.
and now it's legal.
Yeah,
But some of these people that were working with Trump, maybe they knew this. When they were lying during some of those
That he would do it.
investigations.
Yeah.
Remember?
They knew
Like
they were
that-
on the Pardon Palooza
I mean,
list.
Yeah.
they
They
knew
knew they
that
was
he
gonna
had. They knew that he had the
The power.
ability and the power to do this.
Yes.
And that's
Right.
What
exactly
was
what
that dude?
happened.
Papadopoulos.
Yeah, Papadopoulos.
Big Papa.
Say that, Big Papadopoulos.
I'm saying he knew what was up.
But I'm saying, here's the question: if y'all was in the same situation,
I'm calling Trump.
Call Kim Kardashian
I'm
first.
calling Trump.
calling Trump. I'm rolling out with Trump. Hey, Trump, bro, I'm finna go in here. I'm gonna tell
No,
a
listen.
story.
There's a difference. You're a
Mhm.
black man. Call Kim Kardashian first.
Mm.
Then let her call Trump.
But I'm going in to tell a story for Trump.
Well, you better have a MAGA hat on. Hey, that's all I got to say.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
going on.
That's what's going on.
Listen, do not forget to comment, click, like, share, and call in, please. This is our What's Going On segment, and we would like to hear from you. We have another video. Do we have any comments? Jill, you look like you was getting ready. Okay. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Okay,
We have
we
something
are
else up
going
there.
to talk about something else that's going
Okay.
on, and
Another
that is
bailout.
the stimulus package. So, what is in the $900
That
billion
moolah.
second stimulus package?
Oh, we need to know.
$286 billion in direct aid, including $600 checks and $300 weekly unemployment benefits. The second stimulus will include $600 direct checks to Americans making less than $75,000 a year, and weekly federal unemployment benefits at $300 per week, exactly half the amount provided in the CARES Act. While the $600 federal pandemic unemployment compensation ran for about 16 weeks as part of the initial stimulus, the $300 federal unemployment boost will run for 11 weeks through March 14th. As for the direct payments, families with children will also be eligible for $600 per child.
Wow.
And as we're talking about this, we just saw
Yes,
a little
that-
bit ago
yes.
that this $600, they're taking that to $2,000. Or
Yes.
he's trying to.
Wait.
He's trying to
Okay, so if you have 3 children, you get $600 per child.
per child, so that's
But you
extra
could-
$1,800. But
Amazing.
less than an
Can
hour
I borrow
ago.
somebody's child? No.
I was going to say, that gives
And
me
you
baby
just talked
fever.
about me asking for 10%.
Well, this is different. This is different. You ask for some every show.
Yeah, but less than an hour
Yes,
ago,
fine,
Jill-
man, dang.
Yeah, but less than an hour ago, Jill did hit on it. Trump is saying that $600 is insufficient, so he wants to raise the $600 to $2,000 per adult, but the $600 would still be for the additional child.
Children.
So he's
Mhm.
asking them to up that to $2,000. Now,
I like that.
yeah, I like that. I take that 2 G's. You know,
Right, right. That
Bid him a
pardon
goodbye.
Palooza is
You
looking
take
different
that
now.
Hey,
to-
but I'm gonna ask you
Blow
a
that
question.
2
In
Gs.
the long run, who pays for it?
we do.
Well, but I'm just curious. What did they say anything about the businesses this time?
Yeah, there's actually $325 billion set aside for small businesses. So the bulk of small business
That's
aid,
what I need to write down.
$284 billion, will go to forgivable loans as part of the Paycheck Protection Program, allowing businesses with fewer than 500 employees to cover their payroll, their rent, and utilities. Another $15 billion will go to live venues, cultural institutions, and movie theaters as part of the Save Our Stages Act, which has been incorporated into the larger stimulus.
Now, that's
Wow.
good.
That's-
Okay, I like the sound of that. I want to just check real quick. Do we have any callers right now before we get into this? Okay.
Well,
So
I want to. I'm trying to get on that.
You
Save the
trying to get on
Stage.
that?
That Save the Stage, man. Can I come on studio on that? You know, I'm
Well,
trying.
I think that's a pretty awesome thing. I mean, if you think of the small businesses, especially now, I mean, they're struggling.
Yes.
tell me about it.
There's a huge struggle, and that really just affects everyone.
Well,
That's
think-
right.
think
So
about
barbers, and let me just say this: barbers, beauty industry, don't sleep.
Yeah, get your money.
started.
Go get
Pay
your
attention.
money.
Stay
Get your
woke.
money.
You
It's out there.
qualify if you are a booth renter. You are a independent contractor.
Yeah.
You are a small business.
Hey,
You
can I
need
rent a
Get
to
your money.
act like
Hey, can I rent a booth?
it. You look, hurry up and rent
Yeah,
one.
let me hurry up and rent one.
So and so that's good because a lot of times we just feel like we just don't qualify.
Yeah.
But
Right,
you-
right.
I gotta
It's
find a way.
also not leaving the schools out. It includes $82 billion for schools. Most of the spending for schools is divvied up between the elementary and secondary school emergency relief fund, which totals about $54.3 billion, and the higher education emergency relief fund, $22.7 billion. Programs that provide funding to states to distribute to schools according to local demands. Money from the CARES Act allotted to ESSER mostly help state education departments build out technological capacity for remote learning or support nutritional services. Money for this program covered pandemic-related costs and provided colleges with funding to give directly to students through emergency financial aid grants.
Yeah. I
Wow.
wonder is that gonna be because they're pushing to forgive federal student loans. I wonder
Right.
if
Oh,
that is an
yeah,
issue
we
that they're
need
gonna try to
that.
get
Yeah,
into.
Hey,
I
that's
need
a
that
whole-
myself.
Excuse me, guys. We have a caller. Is Ben there?
Yes, I am. You
Hello,
got me.
Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Hello. Hey, I can barely hear you guys.
He
Okay.
could barely hear us.
Hey, how you doing, Ben?
How are
Ben.
you? Do you have a question or a comment tonight?
Yes, I do. About the about the stimulus.
Hmm.
There's a little update to it. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet,
Talk to
but
us about that.
Trump does not support the stimulus. I heard he wants to veto it because of all the pork. He wants more money to go directly to Americans instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he wants to veto. I'm trying to get an understanding. Trump is against what the stimulus bill is right now.
Yes, I guess he just announced that he doesn't support it because of all the pork and all the fact that we don't know what's all in it yet.
Oh,
And he says it's not enough money to go to Americans.
Did he propose what he wanted to do, Ben?
Yes, I just read some big details, but he wanted to take money that was going to foreign aid and use that to pay Americans. I think he wanted to double the amount.
oh, that's not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Well,
That's an interesting tidbit.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
just
think
happened
about
to read that as you guys were talking about it, so I thought I'd share it with you.
oh, that's
Appreciate it, man.
awesome.
Great.
Thank
We
you so
appreciate
much.
On our
that.
toes.
That's like breaking news.
Yeah.
Serious.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
problem.
right.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. But
Yep.
that brings up an
Take care.
interesting point where Trump
You
says
too.
he wants to take from foreign aid because we do give a lot of money to countries
Right.
Yes.
for
Right.
reasons unknown to the general public. You know,
To
and they're not going
rebuild
to
them.
tell us why they give this money. So, you know, I don't see a reason why not cut. You know, just giving other people money and give it back to the American citizens.
Right.
I agree with that. So, Trump, if you want to bump that 2,000 up to 3, hey, give me a holler. Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Hey.
that's awesome, and that's great that being called in to share that.
Thank you,
So,
Ben.
He want to
Yeah.
make sure that it really be remembered.
Yeah, yeah. He going out with a
and
bang.
he should. I mean, that's okay. He can go out like that.
Do you want to
wanna
repeat
go-
our phone
Go
number
out,
again
go,
in
out,
case
go out on a good note.
Yes.
in case
Yes.
Trump wants to
Please,
call us?
thank you.
You want to repeat our phone
More
number again?
calls, please.
In case Trump wants to call
Comments.
us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't forget to click like and share and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Hey, if Donald Trump is watching us, our number is 310
Right. Yeah.
0663.
He is
Area
definitely
code
watching
260.
Let's see. Is there anything else we need to cover? So you mentioned the
before
schools, I believe.
So
So I mean, would you take the extra money and what would you do with the extra
Well,
money?
I would like, you know, not only, and we were talking about before being called, I think the school systems and the education, especially the urban schools, they
Yes.
need more funding for the technological part of their school because a lot of children, first of all, don't have internet.
right.
So they need
Okay.
to find a way to get the equipment for children to be able to stay abreast of school things with having an internet. If it's having laptops that's already equipped with the internet, or some way of getting internet in the
I think-
community.
Well, I
or
mean,
something.
That is
if-
so awesome. I'm glad you said that.
if you really want the internet, if your child is in school, you know you can pay $9.
But talk to us
but
about that. We
$9
don't
is still
know that.
expensive to a lot of people, though.
It is, but maybe we
$9
don't
a
know
month
about
for,
that.
Frontier.
E.
Yeah, you get the I forget what it's called, but if you got school age children,
Mhm.
you can get internet for $9 a month.
That's awesome to know because I was just getting ready to ask the question: do any company offer that? Does any?
Yeah, I mean for $9 you can't beat it.
I'm saying because if you have a school age kid, that would be awesome to
Right.
know that.
Yeah,
Okay, well
right.
that's good news.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
so there.
you helping us up in here.
Look
Mr.
at Eno
Voices.
something.
You know
Okay.
stuff.
Yes.
and y'all keep feeding me my yak. I don't know a whole bunch.
Okay. Anything else we want to talk about from our?
$69 billion for public health measures, including vaccination and testing. So funding for direct efforts to combat the pandemic include $20 billion for the Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority, the office within the Department of Health and Human Services for vaccine procurement and distribution. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will also receive $9 billion for the vaccination effort. States will also receive $22 billion for test and trace programs, which are crucial to understanding and slowing the spread of the virus in the months before vaccines begin to have a population-level effect. Speaking of that, I
Yeah,
believe today marked 40,000 Hoosiers that have been vaccinated.
40, yeah, and they say it should be about 100,000 by the end of the
Right,
year.
right,
Yeah,
right.
40,000, people have been vaccinated. But
Right.
but the interesting thing is, why are you paying research for something that's already out?
Because they still
Well,
don't know what's going to happen.
They still want to follow up.
This is a
I
very
mean, I think, I kind of agree with that, the whole testing and the tracing, because we need to know this for a
I mean,
long
I would
time.
look at it
Let's
like this.
ask our viewers right now, too, to leave a comment
Yeah.
as far as the vaccine. Have you received the vaccine? Are you ready to receive the vaccine?
right. What are your
So-
thoughts on the
What's your
vaccine?
thoughts
on the
Super
vaccine?
controversial right now.
Yes, let us know about
again,
that.
And I'm not, take the vaccine if you want, don't take it if you want. But think about it. That's like somebody trying to tell you how good your car is after they bought it, after you already bought it. That's why they're going, and I understand the trace, but I think that should have been money that was in the last stimulus package and not this one. I think they're putting, everything backwards.
But I mean, just think about it. But still, I don't know. See, I think that they need to do a little bit more tracing and tracking this time around, because remember, we got to make sure that the same people that got the shot get back in there to get the second one.
There's a
You know,
second
so-
shot.
Yes,
Yeah, there's
Oh,
two.
y'all count me out.
There's a follow-up.
There's a follow-up.
Yeah,
bro.
you
One
have
shot
to,
ain't doing.
you
Two?
have to get
Oh, man.
two.
You got to get two, and
I
then on
can't
top,
Injections.
cry
and-
twice. I can't cry
Absolutely.
twice.
So so that's why I'm saying I
I
believe that's
can't
why
cry
that's
twice.
there, and I believe that's why I think it should be there.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to also keep going on with the trials and see what's going on, what's going to happen in the long run.
But my
And then
co-
they can also keep making it better.
Well, I only have
That
another
too.
concern with that medical and thing. Are you going to pay frontline workers that hasn't paid yet? Are you going to give those people that face the virus every day the pay that they deserve for going in
So
every
increase
day?
their pay.
Yes. Increase their pay.
I mean, I'm with
How
you
about
on that.
throw teachers in there and increase?
Teachers as well.
Teachers as well.
That's
Any
right.
frontline worker.
right. Right.
Okay, I'm with that. I like that. Let's
Um,
dig a little deeper here.
Moving on, another $45 billion for transportation. So the second stimulus will include $15 billion for airline payroll support, $10 billion for state highways, another $2 billion for airports and related businesses, and $1 billion for Amtrak. Wrapped into the $14 billion secured for public transit is a sum of around $4 billion for the MTA, which received the same amount of funding as it did during the CARES Act. As Curb notes, the aid will stave off the 40% reduction in subway service and 9,000 layoffs that the MTA had previously proposed as necessary measures for balancing the huge budget gap caused by the pandemic-driven decline in ridership.
Yeah. Well, they told us we couldn't go
That's a
nowhere.
lot
So
of
They
money.
did. They
How
absolutely
you gonna
did.
expect us to ride when you said we gotta stay at home?
Stay at home. You can't go nowhere. You can't. You know something? It's crazy. You could barely go to the grocery store. When you got the line up to get in the grocery store.
Yeah.
You mean
can
the
barely-
line waiting outside
Yeah.
before you get in?
Before you get in.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but I would love to be able to fly, but you want to feel safe.
Right.
But my heart was broken when some of those people that work for the airline
Yeah.
companies were losing their
Yeah,
jobs.
losing
So
their
I mean,
jobs.
they,
I plan-
everybody need help.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so
They
I
do.
don't think you can leave
with
anybody
transportation,
out.
they say they need 75% of the nation inoculated for travel. That's what they're saying.
Is
and
that the
even
herd
for-
immunity?
Yeah. But I want all y'all to get y'all shots because
I knew you was gonna say that because I was thinking
I got to
that.
leave the country in June. So all y'all get inoculated. So I
Make it safer for you.
Yeah,
to
make it
maneuver.
safer for me.
I
I
was
can
thinking
travel. Yeah,
I was thinking.
You know something? I know
Too
what I'm
bad.
gonna do. I'm just gonna throw a needle by you.
man. Man.
Yeah.
I got about 3% little girl in me. You show me a needle, you gonna see it.
So, speaking of loss,
Yeah.
we talk a lot about what people have lost and their
Yeah.
homes. That's something that's very prevalent right now, especially right here in our county.
Especially coming into the end of December.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. So, one of the few areas in which the second stimulus expands on the CARES Act is in the rental assistance program, providing aid to qualified families who are not able to make rent or pay off past due rent. So, these funds can also be used for rent and utility payments. The measure also extends the imperfect CDC eviction moratorium through January 31st, 2021. As many as 20 million Americans have fallen behind on rent during the pandemic.
Oh, well, they got a whole month because it was supposed to end at the end of this month,
Right.
correct?
Mm-hmm. So
Right.
they got another month.
They got
Right.
another month. That's a good thing.
And I think it's important for people who don't know how to access this because a lot of times they give us this information, but they don't give us the information.
That's right.
So, if you are having issues with your rent, reach out to your landlord, reach out to your apartment complex manager. They will sit down and they will help you because there is help out there. But
That's
you have
right.
to jump through some hoops. You have to work to get that help, but it's there.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, but the landlords that won't seek the help, they
'Cause
may
they-
not help,
No,
you know,
right.
their renters.
Right.
Because they want
That's it.
they don't want to take the time.
Which is why the renters have to do their homework.
Yes.
And then,
right,
yeah,
right.
maybe
It's
make
out
a
there for you.
proposal.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
reminder.
It's out there.
Landlords.
They can
Around
put-
Yes.
$13 billion for additional SNAP benefits. So with as many as 50 million Americans facing food insecurity this year, $13 billion from the second stimulus will go towards the food assistance programs, including those SNAP benefits after years of efforts by the Trump administration to make cuts to the program. The bill will include another $13 billion in direct payments, buys, and loans to farmers who have also taken hits during the pandemic.
Well,
Good.
can I say one
13
thing
billion to the farmers.
before we get into that? As a
Awesome.
person that knows this, that does not mean that you automatically will receive food stamps. That does not mean that. A lot of people got the misconception the last time when it came out in the CARES Act that as soon as you apply, you're going to get food stamps.
Mhm.
That is not the fact. You still have to qualify by the guidelines. But they heard that you could get food stamps, and they additionally, and what more the confusion was, there's the Department of Education. They also sent out like food stamps to people, but that came from a whole nother department because the kids were not eating at school and they were eating at home, so they subsidized that income in the food nutrition thing for the people that had kids in school on free lunch. So, but I hope that works. But I just want to tell you, it doesn't automatically mean they're gonna rain down food stamps. On
Well, and I
everybody.
think that goes hand in hand with what we were saying about the housing, and that's a good point because people think, when you apply for that housing grant, you're automatically going to get your rent paid. When you apply for the food stamps, you're going to get the food stamps, and that's why it's so important to reach out. Even if you want to send us at Neutral Voices a message, and we can get you in touch with the right people in order to apply for that type of assistance.
And it's the same for unemployment.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's the same
All
for
of them.
unemployment.
You
All
have
of
to
them.
qualify.
Gotta
You
qualify.
gotta qualify.
Yes. Do we have any more comments or callers or a video?
Got one more video.
We have a video. I believe it's ready. You guys ready? Watch with us.
You must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears you have a son. He must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on. I'm back. Say it again. Feel right in this mother. Feel good in this mother. My whole hood in this mother. Come on.
I'm the king of this shop.
That's funny in hell.
Well. Say it again.
It is so good to see you.
Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and Blood Diamond.
Nelson Mandela and Winnie.
Those hungry babies with the flies on the face.
Hey, that's too much. Now, you stepped over the line. Now, we won't be talking that kind of shit about the hungry babies. You're going to have to get out of my chair.
Politically incorrect.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
I'm back. Say it again.
Coming to
America
America.
too. Man, how long
Coming
you been
back
waiting
to
for a
America.
Coming back to America.
Man, how long
He
you
looks
been
the
waiting on
same
that?
in
Well,
that one as he did in the
I was
first
getting
one. He
ready to
does
say
not
black.
age.
Look, black don't
No,
crack.
he looks the same.
I was
Absolutely the
thinking,
same.
wow, they look the same.
Yep.
Mama called him
Good
Clay. I'm
job.
gonna call him Clay.
Well, I can tell y'all what, it looked like Eddie Murphy about to get a whole lot of money
Yeah,
from the
yeah, it's
different
like a good
characters
movie.
he's playing.
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be just a dynamic movie to
Yeah,
watch.
that's gonna be good. That's gonna be
It's-
fun.
I mean, I hope it goes back in the theaters open up for it.
Well, that's I don't know if that's gonna
Seriously.
happen, but
But
was
yeah,
that James Earl Jones?
Jones? Yes.
Yeah, right before
Yeah.
he
Like,
died.
huh?
Before he died.
Okay, but I'm just saying that was what he looked like. Like
Yeah. Yes.
James
that,
Earl Jones
he
ain't
has
dead.
to-
He never changed
He
either.
has the same exact
The
look.
same thing.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I can tell you.
Yeah, go watch
It's
that.
beautiful. I can't wait for that one to come out.
I can't wait either.
Yeah. So if you had your choice, what other movie would you remake right now? Got to think quick
Cooley High.
before we get out of here.
Harlem Nights.
Cooley High, Harlem Nights. Oh,
Yeah,
sounds
remake it.
good.
Yeah,
Sounds
that'd be a good one to
Yeah.
remake.
All right.
What about you, Jill? Snow
I'm
White?
thinking Snow White. Really? More like
Oh.
Bambi. I got your Snow White. And this is joke night, y'all.
Yeah. It really isn't, but it is what's going on. This is Neutral Voices in our What's Going On segment. Don't forget to click, like, and share, and subscribe to our YouTube page. See you next time.
When I say 7, y'all say days. Hunting for the cheese like a mouse in a maze. Been down all my life, mama thought it was a phase. Same OG, guess I'm stuck in my ways. Last night I had a dream.